And then after everything, the hesitation, the first upload, the silence, the slow growth, the invisible learning, the mistakes, the adjustments, the small wins, the internal battles, you reach a point where the journey no longer feels like something you're trying to figure out. It feels like something you're living, something you understand, something that has quietly reshaped the way you think, act, and create. Because what started as a simple idea, let me make a YouTube channel, has now unfolded into something far deeper, a system of discipline, creativity, psychology, and persistence, where every step you took, even the ones that felt meaningless at the time, contributed to a version of you that sees things differently now. You begin to realize that YouTube was never just about videos. It was about learning how to hold attention in a world full of distraction, how to communicate clearly in a space full of noise, how to stay consistent in an environment that constantly tests your patience. And maybe the most powerful realization of all, success was never hiding behind some secret trick, some algorithm hack, some shortcut that only a few people knew. It was always there, in the fundamentals, in the things that seemed simple but required effort, awareness, and time to truly master. Because every creator you once looked up to, every channel that now seems established, every video that feels effortless, they all went through this same process, this same uncertainty, this same slow climb that no one talks about but everyone experiences. And the difference, the only real difference, is that they didn't stop, not when it was slow, not when it was unclear, not when it felt like nothing was happening. They continued, adjusted, improved, and allowed time to do what time always does when combined with consistent effort, compound. Now the question shifts again, but this time it's different. It's not, will this work? It's, will you continue? Because by now, you already know what to do, you understand the process, you've seen the patterns, you've felt the challenges. What remains is not knowledge. It's decision. Will you treat this like a short experiment, something you try and abandon when results don't come fast enough? Or will you treat it like a long-term build, something you commit to, refine, and grow over time, regardless of how slow the beginning feels? Because the reality is simple, even if it's uncomfortable, most people will stop, most channels will fade, most creators will quit somewhere between effort and results. Which means if you don't, if you keep going, if you stay consistent, aware, and adaptive, you automatically move into a smaller group. A group with far less competition and far more opportunity. And that's where everything changes. Not instantly, not dramatically, but gradually, steadily. Until one day, what once felt difficult becomes normal, what once felt confusing becomes clear, and what once felt impossible becomes something you're actively building. So now, as you stand at this point in the journey, with everything you've understood, everything you've seen behind the scenes, the only thing left is action. Real, consistent, intentional action. Because nothing you've learned matters unless you apply it, unless you create, unless you upload, unless you continue. And maybe, just maybe, the next time someone clicks on a video, it won't just be any video, it will be yours. And when that happens, when your content reaches someone, holds their attention, makes them stay, you'll realize that this entire journey, every step, every struggle, every moment of doubt, was leading to that one simple outcome. You didn't just watch YouTube anymore, you became a part of it. Your full cinematic script sequence is now complete. Parts 114. If you want, I can next. Combine all parts into one continuous mega script, ready for voiceover. Or convert it into AI voice narration format, subtitles, scene directions.